Protect your privacy online with the best VPN for gaming, ExpressVPN, and visit expressvpn.com/GhillieMaster, linked in the description, to find out how you can get 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online Rebalanced video. You guys seem to really enjoy the B11 Strike Force one I did. The support on that video was just crazy, so thank you guys so much for that. I'm really happy you guys enjoyed it. But the vehicle we are going to be looking at today is none other than the Annihilator Stealth. The Annihilator Stealth was released, of course, in the most recent update to GTA Online, the Cayo Perico Heist. And it's mostly hated by the community because it just doesn't bring anything new to the table. It's a copy of the Akula, except it's worse than the Akula. It's also more expensive than the Akula. So to answer the question of where it went wrong, it lacks originality in its design. As I just mentioned, it does the exact same thing the Akula does, except it's worse at it than the Akula. They didn't even bother to give it the exact same armor that the Akula has, so why would anyone use the Annihilator Stealth over that helicopter when it's even cheaper than this one is? Other than that though, everything else is fine with it. It just needs its own identity to make people want to use it. And with that being said, the objectives of rebalancing the Annihilator Stealth are to, number one, give it armor that makes sense for the game. This one's kinda common sense. You don't add a helicopter in 2021 of this size that can't take a rocket. I'm sorry, but that's just pathetic. And the second thing we're going to do is give people a reason to use this helicopter over the Akula, because even with the increased armor, the Akula is still a faster helicopter with bombs, so it's still the obvious better option. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to buff the Annihilator Stealth's machine guns in a pretty big way. So unfortunately, I can't actually change the Annihilator Stealth's explosive resistance. I'm pretty sure that stuff's hard-coded into the game, so I don't actually have gameplay of what the armor should be like on the Annihilator Stealth, but it would essentially be the same as the Akula in the Hunter's armor, where it takes about 3 rockets and 7 explosive rounds. It really does suck that I can't change the values myself, because I would love to just show you guys how that would be in game. Unless there's a way to do it that I don't know about, but I've asked people around the community who are familiar with modding, and they don't think it's possible either, so this is gonna have to do for now. Next, instead of the Annihilator Stealth having plain old machine guns, we buffed it to the Rogue's explosive MGs, giving it much more power without being too broken because it's the Rogue's MGs and not the Hydra and laser cannon. We did change some of the values on the Annihilator Stealth gun though to make it more balanced. First, the frag impulse value. I'm not exactly sure what this one does, but it does feel a lot less intense and aggressive with the value lowered. And the reason we lowered it to 600 is because that's the exact same value that a lot of the other vehicle machine guns use. And most importantly, it matches the Rogue's explosive MGs, which is what we want to go for. Speed is another one that we lowered, and again, it's pretty much the same reason. We wanted to match the Rogue explosive MGs, so we lowered it to 2000. And finally, we have time between shots and alternate wait time. Time between shots is of course the rate of fire, which we discussed in the B11 video. The Annihilator Stealth has a pretty fast rate of fire on its stock machine guns at 1500 RPM. Now, that would be a bit ridiculous with the explosive machine gun, so we lowered it to 480 RPM to match the explosive MGs on the Rogue. The other value, alternate wait time, is basically how long the game will wait to switch which gun is firing. I could be wrong, but I think the default value of -1 means that there normally isn't a wait time and it just defaults to 0. Both of the guns fire at the exact same time normally, and I tried that out with the explosive MG and it's a bit much, so we put the same value as the rate of fire, and when you put those two values matching the alternate wait time and the time between shots, it makes it so that each shot will alternate the side it comes from, and you can easily see that in the gameplay. Not only does giving the Annihilator Stealth this gun make sense because the helicopter is literally in the Annihilator family, which is known for having strong machine guns. It's also kind of a reference to the Annihilator in the GTA 4 DLCs where it did have explosive MGs, albeit not as strong as those, but you get the idea. It would also be the first and only current helicopter to have explosive MGs on it. The Savage I count as more of a cannon, and those are not MGs. There's a difference. And in turn, this will make the Annihilator Stealth instantly more attractable to players and make it stand out and differ from the Akula. For example, do you want an explosive machine gun on a slower and less agile helicopter, or do you want the Akula with bombs and a bit more performance to it? Not to mention justifying its price tag along the way. I think these would be great changes to make for the Annihilator Stealth. There's 2 simple changes: give it more armor and give it the carbon copy of the Rogue MGs. That is literally all you have to do to make this helicopter a million times better and more fun to use. Giving it the Rogue guns literally took me like 5 minutes, and I'm sure changing the armor and explosive resistance is not that much harder than changing a few values as well. But if you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more guide and PvP related content. Let me know what you guys think of the new Annihilator Stealth and what vehicle or weapon you want to see me rebalance next in the comments. I want to give a huge shout out to all my members for support. If you'd like to become a channel member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.